Hi, Vinny. How are you?
Hey, Sarah, I'm well, thanks.
Don't wreck the car, first of all.
I'll try not to, thank you.
Okay, so this isn't one of the 5 questions, but tell people what you do.
I'm the CEO of Yola.com, and Yola is a website building product for small businesses to use to get their websites online, do it yourself. Really easy, no code required.
Right. And so you used to live in Cape Town, you moved to Silicon Valley, but you come back here quite a bit and angel invest quite a bit here. All that fair to say, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, question 1. When it comes to tech, what are South Africans good at? What are they the worst at?
I think, from an engineering perspective, we've got a fantastic engineering fraternity of people who just understand how to build good software. We've got some very large corporates that are global that use these individuals. So I think we've got great software programming skills, great online marketing skills. I think where we're not so good at is probably on the product development side. It's really tough to find product managers and user experience people. So that's where I think we lack.
So if they're good product developers who are bored of being in the U.S., if they move to South Africa, could they find work and would they be paid a lot of money?
Easily, and most of them would probably earn, what I always tell people is if you deduct the cost of rent in the US and you take that off your salary, you probably earn the same salary minus the rent differential. So you probably earn about the same amount of money a year than you would there, except you may be paying $1,000 or $2,000 more in rental over there. So
right.
Yeah, it's a good place to move to. It's a good work experience. There are tons of companies who are looking for these people.
All right, question 2. Your company is an interesting company in a very unsexy sector. Why should people watching this care about small business software?
Well, most people have a friend, a relative, family member who wants to start their own small business, and so even though it might not affect you personally, you probably know someone who does, and if you're looking to help them get on their way, if they haven't asked you already of how to build a website or which way they should go to, they will in the future.
That's a way of getting them off your back.
Exactly. You can let them do it themselves, and they can go check our help section and support. The tool is really easy to use. We make it. We've got an 88-year-old grandmother using it, so it's really easy.
Right. It's a freemium model. What's your conversion rate?
We don't disclose our conversion rates. Sorry, Sarah. It's it's pretty good conversion rates. We really believe as we show people what the product can do, they're going to want to upgrade to the higher packages. So we try and give as much value as possible in the free, knowing that it's such a good product that they want to pay for the extras.
So there's a lot of hating on the freemium model right now. What do you say to that?
I think it's all about the scale that you can get your business to. I mean, the freemium model itself it's a good marketing tactic. You're giving people something for free. They're going to try it out, and then they hopefully grow out of the free version and need to pay. But freemium works if you can get it to a certain level of scale. So if you could acquire, for example, if the space you're in could acquire 100 million users and you can convert 2% of them at $50 a year, those are big numbers. So if you could just get 20 million users using your product with that's a conversion rate, could you run a small, medium, or large type of business off that? And the answer generally is yes, but the question is how do you get that scale?
Right. Okay, so you spent quite a bit of your career basically running search campaigns and acquiring traffic for people. What is it? Give our viewers a tip they may not know about how to acquire traffic.
Good tips. Look, I think what we find so far is that when you're acquiring traffic, the best type of traffic is search engine traffic, because people are typing in, I need to build a free website, or I need to get a website. So it's very targeted, and that's the first place I start. If you can convert search traffic very well, the chances are you can do it in other areas too. So
it's a lot of the same techniques.
It's the same techniques. In fact, I think if you hone your techniques around search, the other areas get easier to see what's not working, what is working, because search is so direct.
What's a big mistake you see people making?
Just buying huge portfolios of keywords without tracking returns. I mean, that's the most common mistake. There are a ton of people out there who they don't have a way, or they haven't thought of a way of tracking what they're getting for their money. If you're going to be spending a lot of money on search, you need to know where it's going and what you're getting back for it.
Okay, so I think I'm deviating from my whole question list now, but let's say this is question number 4. So who, and you can't answer yourself for obvious reasons, but who has the likeliest chance to become $1 billion company in South Africa?
In South Africa, $1 billion company.
I mean, in tech specifically, yeah.
It's probably going to be something like Mixit. I mean, Mixit's a fantastic company. It's a big mobile play. If they can crack the Asian market, maybe North America, Europe, I'm not too sure about that, but definitely the Asian market, they can crack that. That's $1 billion opportunity for them.
Okay, great. Last question. Where is it? Oh, evaluating some things that have worked in Silicon Valley. If you could, I mean, you can't say returns because these are all factors that go into returns, but what is the part of the ecosystem you've seen in the Silicon Valley that is really lacking here?
Look, I think it's the two things I've touched on is obviously product. I think we need more product skills here, and the second thing is true venture capital, risk capital, and angel capital. So the capital structures need to be in place, but so do the product skills. I mean, we've got some really good entrepreneurs here, but are they building products which are right for the market? Are they getting the product market fit right?
Right.
And that's always the tough thing for any startup. I think that's lacking here. I think all the other elements are there. Entrepreneurs, people who really are passionate about what they do, really smart people, and I think it'll happen over time naturally. But there's no one fix it. I think, but I think getting enough angel capital going to be able to hire, give startups the money to be able to hire good people to help them, probably go a long way.
And how many companies have you invested in?
I've got a total of currently I've only got 3 startups I'm investing outside of Yola. My full-time job is Yola. I don't really have time to do more. So for me, it's really more about being very selective of who I invest in, and helping them. Even if it's just twice a month doing a 1 hour phone.
And they're all South African companies.
Yeah,
right?
all South African companies.
How does your wife feel about you blowing your hard-earned money on startups?
Well, it's worked for me so far.
And BMWs. You have 2 of these. You have one in the US too.
I have a BMW. I have an Audi in the US.
So it's worked for you so far.
Yeah, it's worked well.
Okay, great. Thanks, Vinny.
Thanks, Sarah.